a test with me here today. You've seen the intro to this video, and you might have also saw this on our signs. As we make comparisons to certain politicians and members of the Soprano cast. And we call the politicians and attorneys organized crime. And I use the word shithead. So let's start the test here. If what you saw on that sign with all the politicians and bribery, extortion, and your issue is with the word shithead, you're a shithead. Now, the people who thought the obscenity were the officials, we can keep going. Now, do you remember how I referred to an ad with Jeanne Shaheen hugging the elderly? Well, this week she went to a brand new level. She's hugging your children and saying the families of New Hampshire need a break. They do, from you and people like you. For instance, you know who you had hugging your children? You ever heard of Shaheen and Gordon? It's a law firm. They do divorces. She pays her bills by divorce court. Kelly Ayotte comes from McLean. They do divorces. I have them. Wiggins and Norrie does divorces. Divine Millimad did divorces. They all do. So that's right. Let's have a bunch of divorce attorneys hug our children. Personally, I'd rather have a crocodile hug mine. What next? Next week we get a seagull? Throw a bucket of tar on him? Have Channel 9? Have you out there with a toothbrush cleaning the bird off? This is not a Republican-Democrat thing. Brown. You want a little insight? Let me give you a little insight. Brown's only, when does a guy from Massachusetts move into New Hampshire and think he's going to be senator? What, in a few months? Well, you have to like his ads. Protecting our borders? When's the last time they've arrested a Mexican trying to cross our line? Really? Canada going to invade? No. You know what he is? He's the stiff that big industry is betting on. He knows it's corrupt. Want me to make a prediction? Here you go. Senator Jeanne Shaheen is going to have an illness. I don't know. Say she chews her leg off. And then that just leaves Brown. And Brown inherits being your next senator, a stepping stone for the White House. Geez, if you were that smart, then you would have to know we're corrupt. Or could you be leveraging, or the people you work for, leveraging the corrupt to take that seat? It's one or the other. So if you really believe that, you failed again the shithead test. If you think the best idea is have a bunch of divorce attorneys be hugging your children and think they know what's best for them, you're a shithead once again. I'm putting 3 tight little packages together. One for the FBI in Bedford, New Hampshire. One for the FBI in Boston, Mass. And then the FBI in Pennsylvania. The people who've been working the RICO complaint there, which claim to have 200 arrests coming up. No kidding. I guess they're all curious about if I was hacking into their information. I'm not hacking in. People who know me know I don't even turn on a computer. That's all insight. Would you like to hear some more insight? I just gave you something more insight a minute ago. In fact, here you go. Here's a little more. You know what's going to happen in the future? You see all these politicians? Bill Shaheen's going to go to Jeanne. Jeanne, grab your bags. We're going to Cabo. We got to leave. Bill grabs the money. Jeanne carries the rest of the bag. Come on. Get hopping. We got to leave. Remember John Ross? the mentor for the U.S. attorney, he sees it on the wall too. He's packing his bags. Remember? Old time. The rats used to jump off the ship first. That's how the sailors knew they were going to sink. Well, there goes Ross. There goes Shaheen. Let's see else who... McHugh. McHugh's already taken the boat. That's right. He was out first. See? The smart guys get out first. So now you're going to have the middle guys or the buffers. Like Akavas is going, geez, Ross is gone, Shaheen's gone. I guess I got to go. I'll bet you he doesn't take that position again. And they all start packing and leaving. They're going to leave with the loot. So the other guys who aren't as smart are going to start figuring out, go, uh-oh, they're all leaving. They're going to leave us with the bag. And then we're going to have a mass exodus out the door. They're going to be bumping into each other, and it's going to be too late. See? The smart guys leave earlier. How many guys have gone to jail on these Ponzi schemes? Really? How many guys went to jail on Wall Street? They all hit the door. They're going to leave the dummies, or what I like to say is the shitheads, and they're all going to talk. So this is going to fall on everybody's heads. And you politicians who knew and didn't say anything, well, shame on you. If any of you politicians don't lead with the fact that our state is controlled by an operation of corruption, then you're too stupid to be, or too dishonest. Okay? Let's give you a little bit more insight. If you wonder if I'm still hacking. Ready? We're going to send a package to all three of these FBIs. You are going to get these text messages where they threaten my life and my children's life. And they inform you that the state of New Hampshire is corrupt from inside the organization. They're all three going to get that. They're all going to get a copy of my BRA, my tax return. It says Cohen Associates here. You'll see that that's a forgery. You'll be seeing these documents at the end. And you can see yourself they're a forgery. So that gets the IRS in the game. Kimberly McDowell is the agent of TIGTA. T-I-G-T-A. I hope you're doing some work here. That proves that they're corrupt. I also gave you a document right here that came from the IRS. You know what it said? It said, I apologize for the timing issues that prevented the IRS from processing your original 2009 tax return. Thank you for your patience and understanding. It was resolved. Get it? They used it as leverage. Walker did. They already had a resolution. I want a full release from any claims raised based on Mike Gill's emails dated September 28th. June 28th. June 27th, they knew they had a deal. See? Now let's put that in the envelope. That involves the IRS, accountants, and the leverage, just like I said. So we got the IRS. Now, with the text, we got the FBI. Now, let's take a look. You remember that trial? And they tried to pass off a forgery of my signature? Well, not only are we presenting this and putting that in the package, because we have two forgeries, each of which is not my signature. Wow. And this was just the document in the court, which could put John Ross quite literally in jail, who is the mentor of the U.S. Attorney Kakavas and the mentor of federal judge LaPlante. And he is a forger. Right. So, let's not forget my buddy Bill Shaheen. Remember I said extortion. Here's a check for $100,000. And it quite simply said that Arby Saunders harassed me for this money, who worked for Bill Shaheen, who also corrupted my divorce case. On this check, it is to be used for a traffic intersection only. Any other use would be unlawful. Well, 8 years later, there is no intersection. There never could be. I talked to the traffic study guy. There's $100,000. We asked Haverhill for it. They have no understanding. They don't offer any resolution. What's the bet Bill Shaheen got the whole 100? Or we can find out how they whacked it up. But bottom line, it's extortion. So, we've got this tight little package going off to 3 FBI offices. Let's call it a race. Let's see who comes to the rescue of the people of New Hampshire. Thank you.